My favorite food is spaghetti bolognese. The reason it's my favorite food is, well, I like most pastas, but my dad makes really good bolognese sauce, so I think that's probably why it's my favorite.
My favorite food is paneer saag. I love its texture, and it has a flavor that complements its texture pretty well.
My favorite food is carne asada because it has a lot of flavor.
My favorite food is either Mexican food or Italian food.
My favorite food is pasta because my mom makes really good pasta from scratch.
My favorite place to eat is, there's a restaurant in Carborough called Armadillo Grill. That's my favorite restaurant.
My favorite place to eat would be like any kind of buffet or fancy restaurant.
Favorite place to eat is probably at one of my friends' houses who cooks amazing food, and so it's always delicious. But if I'm going to a restaurant, I would say, well, I also love Japanese food, so I love going to Oishi in Chapel Hill.
My favorite place to eat is Vim's. It's a Thai restaurant.
I think I'd rather eat at a place that has good food rather than good atmosphere, because if it has bad atmosphere, I could probably just take my food somewhere else.
I'd rather eat a place that has really good food, because if a place has a bad atmosphere, I can usually get past it if its food is good enough, but I can't if it's like bad food in a bad place.
I say a place with a really good atmosphere because that's something that will like make me feel comfortable eating, and like a place with a bad atmosphere, like I won't even want to eat.
Would definitely rather eat at a place that has really good food, because I feel like some of the most delicious food I've had in restaurants has been in little hole in the walls, little places that you know, sort of are off the beaten track that I hear about, and a lot of times those are the places that really concentrate on delicious ingredients and yummy recipes.
For me, I would prefer to eat at a place that has better food than atmosphere, because I can't go to a place where I don't enjoy the food. I need to like the food.
Perfect date foods would probably be something not too expensive, like pizza or pasta or something like that.
It would be sushi, because it's just like easy bite-sized pieces, and I still feel like classy while eating it. Yeah.
Date food, I think, honestly anything, I say, because like it's just food as long as like we're both enjoying the food and the food's good.
My favorite place to go on a date, and in my case it's probably just a special occasion with my kids, is a restaurant in Chapel Hill, and it's called El Paleo, and it's at the Sienna Hotel, and it's very expensive, but it's delicious northern Italian cuisine, and the atmosphere is beautiful, and the food is delicious.
My perfect date food would probably be pasta, because it would be the first thing that would come to my mind, what to order.
For my birthday, I'd probably eat at Armadillo Grill, since it's my favorite restaurant.
I would go eat at Tandoori, but I would get takeout from there and eat it at home. I would take it home because it doesn't have the best atmosphere, but it has really good food.
For my birthday, probably a big restaurant, because it's like, it'll feel like a reward in a way that I'm eating good food in a nice place.
Birthday, I like to go to an event type of restaurant, so I like to go to Konki, the Japanese place where they cook it in front of you, or I will like to go on a drive someplace special in the country and find the delicious restaurant waiting there for me. Or I would like to go maybe on a picnic to get a lot of delicious food in a picnic basket and take it to a beautiful spot.
For my birthday, I would eat at Bim's. It's my favorite restaurant because I love their seafood soup.
If I had to take my parents out to eat, I would probably take them to a nice fancy restaurant since they always take me out to eat.
I would take my parents out to eat at Kokyu. It's a Korean barbecue restaurant. It's fusion though, because they think it's really good. It's not my favorite place, but it's expensive, so it'd be good to treat them to it.
I would take them probably also to a nice restaurant so they can feel appreciated with good food and in a nice place.
So if my parents were still alive, I would take them to one of the restaurants that had sort of an exciting atmosphere where there were maybe a lot of people and activity and lots to choose from on the menu, so that they would be able to choose what they liked. And I'm actually a vegetarian, so I eat different things than a lot of people do.
I think I would eat at a place if I loved their food, even if their customer service was bad. Because if the food is good enough, it'll make up for it.
I would probably get takeout from a place with bad customer service but good food, just so that I can still enjoy the food without having to have the environment clash.
I don't know. It depends how bad it is, but probably, yeah.
I would probably not really like to eat at a restaurant that had bad service, even if the food was really delicious, because I used to be a waitress for many years and I'm very picky about service, and I don't really enjoy myself that much if the service is bad. So if I really wanted that food, I would probably order takeout.
I would eat at a place that has bad customer service because I feel like I would just be annoyed with the employees.
I wouldn't say my favorite food comes from my culture, because I don't have much of a heritage. My family is like from all over the place.
Doesn't. My favorite food is from Indian culture, and I'm not Indian, so.
Favorite food does not really come from my culture because I am a vegetarian and my culture is Irish and Jewish, and the Irish food has a lot of meat, although I love potatoes. So in that case, yes, I love Irish potatoes. And for Jewish food, also a lot of meat in that culture, but I do love to go to my friend's house for Passover Seder, and I love the feeling of eating that food every year because it's the only time all year that I will eat that food. So it brings me back a lot of memories of being happy. And anytime I do eat food from my culture, it makes me remember childhood and it makes me feel very happy.
I mean, in some ways, yeah, but I like a lot of different cultures' foods.
My favorite weird food combo is probably Oreos and orange juice. They just, like the tartness and the sweetness kind of go well together.
Pickles with Kool-Aid powder on it. It's like a sour candy, but it got like the crisp crunch of a pickle, so it's really good.
I think my favorite weird food combo is mixing up spicy food with like sweet foods and stuff, because it like takes away the spiciness, I guess.
I just tried this strange combination of food and it was delicious. It actually tastes like a Snickers bar. And what it is a date that's been cut in half and stuffed with goat cheese or cream cheese, and then you put walnuts with it, and it is delicious.
My favorite weird food combo is pickles and watermelon because of the sour taste and the sweet taste of the watermelon.
I'd rather save up to go to a really nice restaurant because if I ate at cheap places all the time, that probably wouldn't be very healthy.
I would probably save up to go to a nice restaurant because probably like just health reasons. I wouldn't want to be eating at like a super cheap place all the time because that makes me think of fast food and I don't know, it's not healthy.
I think saving up to go eat at a really nice restaurant once in a while is better.
I feel that I would rather eat at a less expensive place more often than going to an expensive restaurant because most of the restaurants that I like are not really very expensive, and I have gotten used to ordering a certain thing from there. So if I'm craving that food, I can go ahead and get it because it's not too pricey.
I think I would just save to go to a really nice restaurant because, I mean, the food would be better, and then cheap places, like, it's mostly fast food and you get tired of fast food easily.
Favorite cultural foods are probably Italian food, Indian food, maybe Mexican food.
Ceviche is one of my favorite cultural foods because where growing up it would be the special treat we got on the weekends because the restaurant I go to only has it on the weekends, so it reminds me of my childhood.
Favorite cultural foods, I say pupusas, carne asada, sopes, just because they have like really good flavor and they fill you up.
My favorite cultural foods are Mexican, Italian, Japanese, and Vietnamese, and Thai. All Asian food. I love Asian food.
My favorite cultural foods are Mexican food, Italian food, Indian, Thai, Mediterranean. I have a lot.
I love Julia Child. She's my favorite chef. She's old school and she wrote a cookbook called Mastering the Art of French Cooking. I have tried to cook some of her recipes in the past, unsuccessfully. They're very difficult to cook, but she is hilarious and brilliant and changed the way that America cooks and the way that America sees fine dining, and I'm just crazy about her.
My favorite chef is my mom because she'll make whatever I want whenever I want.
I decided to become a vegetarian was because when I was little I never liked meat, and I used to pretend to eat it and hide it in my napkin and then go into the bathroom and flush it down the toilet until I got caught. And my whole family's from the West, a lot of meat eaters in the West, and I read a book called The Jungle by Upton Sinclair where it talked about the meat packing conditions at the turn of the century, and in there was the word vegetarian, and it's the first time I had ever heard of such a thing. So I went home and I said, "Guess what, Mom? I'm a vegetarian." And she thought I was just going through a phase, but that was when I was 12 years old, and I have never eaten meat since that time. I just never liked it. I never wanted to eat it.